I know there are some parents in the UK right now dreading sending their children to school after the summer. Maybe you're one of them. If you are, then I'm here to tell you that you don't actually have to send your child to school after the summer. Now, if you've never heard this before, then this might be news to you, but it's true. You don't have to send your child to school after the summer in order to give them a good education. If you've never heard of home education before, then welcome. This is home education. This is the home education corner of the internet, and it is one of the most wonderful things you will ever learn about. Maybe you are dreading to send your child to school after the summer because you know that school is not for them. You just know deep down within you, school is not right for them. It's not going to be the right fit, and it's not going to help them thrive as best as they can. And you're dreading it not because you're sad that your child is moving on or because you're afraid from some insecurity of your own, but it is because you truly believe your child is not going to do the best that they can do within a school setting. And so many other people feel like you and have felt like you in the past. And you're definitely in the right place because home education is a wonderful option. And it is not a backup option. It is not the second choice. If school doesn't work out, maybe I'll do home education. No, it is not a backup option. For many families, including my own, home education is the first choice. It is our first choice. It is many families' first choice. And it is a wonderful educational alternative to school. Not a backup plan, not second best. It is about giving your child the freedom to learn at their own pace. So many children are home educated and grow up to be wonderful, successful adults. It is a wonderful form of education, and it is one that I would highly recommend and highly encourage you to consider. It is not for the select few or the specially gifted or those families over there that home educate and they're patient with their kids and they're lovely all the time and they're just happy families. Because home educators are just like everyone else. Our families are sometimes difficult. Our families are not always smooth in the way that they run. But home education is a wonderful choice for so many different kinds of families, and that can include your family as well. It doesn't matter if you've already signed your child up for school. You can just email them and decline the place. School is not for everyone. It is not for every child. And if you feel like it is not for your child, then I would recommend that you consider this as an option. It is hard work. It is sacrifice. It is not easy, smooth, plain sailing, just like sending your child to school wouldn't be easy, smooth, plain sailing, but it might be the best option. And I'm not going to pretend like it's the answer to everything. If your child struggles in some areas of life, then they're going to continue to struggle in some areas of life. But what I can tell you is that when your child is home, you can support them in the way that you only know how to support them. Your teachers at school might not be able to support them in the way that you can. And that is one of the wonderful gifts of home education. I remember being on YouTube when my son was around 2 years old and I was searching for educational activities that I could do with him. And I kind of stumbled across a homeschooling video from an American lady. And I watched this video in the hopes to get some educational activity ideas for my son. And she was talking about home education, about homeschooling. And it sounded wonderful. I'd never heard of it before. And what I did was I immediately Googled, is home education legal in the UK? And I found out not only is it legal, it's actually the default option. School is the opt-in and home education is the default. And from that moment on, that changed everything. I kind of looked around at the world with new eyes and realised that I could home educate my child and they could stay home and have the freedom that provides. We could have that freedom as a family and I could help my child learn at their own pace, learn things that they want to, and just have a whole new way of living. And like I said, once you look into home education, you will realise there are so many other families doing this for a multitude of different reasons. And you don't have to send your child to school and just see if they're going to do okay, because you yourself know as their parent if they're going to be suited to school or not. And so don't even send them if you are thinking that they're not going to do well, because you know them best as their parent, you know them best. And home education is wonderful, and it is not smooth, easy, plain sailing, and it is not this wonderful, idyllic thing, but it is wonderful. You get to spend all this time with your kids. You get to teach them and help them learn in so many different things in so many different ways. And I honestly could not imagine my life without home education now. So if you are on this video and you are not quite decided yet, I think that you kind of have decided at this point. You might be thinking, oh, I don't know whether or not I should home educate. But if you're here already and you've clicked on the title of this video, then I think you already know deep down what the answer is. I have a free masterclass that will take you through step by step exactly what you need to do as you begin your home education journey. And so click on that link down below, go and check that out. You can see what home education looks like. I provide a day in the life there, and we go through some of the common worries that home educators have in their first year of home education. So click on that link below and I will see you there.